Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and these are your readings for mid-month of February 2020, general and love readings. Just letting you know that Mercury is turning retrograde on the 16th of February. Will be retrograde for about 3 weeks, so it is a time of logistics not working well, things breaking down, situations from the past, people coming back from the past. It's a time, of course, of turning inwards, redirecting our energy, not moving forward, but actually taking the time out to work on things and relationships that are coming back for either figuring out and clearing, or figuring out and continuing. So fixing problems of the past. So therefore, just know that it's not the time to sign on those dotted lines. It's a time of not starting new things, but working on old things. Also, I do hope that you like the art the video starts with. It does show the Piscean energy, which has been done by Maria, and her YouTube channel is Art with Maria. She is also on Instagram, so I will put the links in the description box below for those of you that are interested in what she does. She's an amazing artist, very creative. She's done a lot that I've featured in past videos, so if you're interested in seeing her work, please follow the links in the description box below. Now, why she did the Piscean painting for now is that we're having a new moon in the sign of Pisces on the 23rd of March, and that's why. So also I'd like to mention that it's still the time of Aquarius, so happy birthday to all you Aquarians, the late Aquarians. And it's also the time of Pisces after Aquarius, so happy birthday to the people who have their birthday at the beginning of the sign. Right, okay, let's get on to the videos. Again, thank you so much. Oh, one very important thing that I almost missed. For those of you that are interested in getting a reading from me, I am having trouble with my website and the form that needs to be filled out. So for those of you that have been trying to contact me through my website, which is divinedebut11.com, I haven't been getting the messages. So you can still go and purchase a reading there, but please write to me, email me at divinedebut11@gmail.com. I will put, again, my email in the description box below. All the information is there, also the cards that I'm using. I'd also like to wish you all a happy Valentine's. Hope that this time for you is a very very emotional and very strong in connection for all of you, romantically and even emotionally, getting closer to the person that you love. It is a big birthday, let's say, of love and connection. So happy Valentine's. Hope that your wishes all come true at this time and for the rest of February. Hello, dear Gemini. Welcome to Divine Debut. How are you all? Thank you for being here, and here is your reading for mid-month of February 2020. Happy Valentine's Day to you all as well. So let's look at your love life, dear Gemini. What's roughly happening for a lot of you out there? Gemini, please, Spirit. Gemini in love. And we have the Two of Cups. Wow, so this is some sort of a soulmate energy, a soulmate connection. Two of Cups is an agreement. There is a lot of love here. Who are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with, dear Gemini? Two of Cups says that there is an agreement. Now, this could even be a toast on something. It doesn't have to be only your love life. There is some sort of a connection, a strong This could even be, I'm going to say, this could even be a new friendship. For some of you, this could even be a friendship that turns into love. Two of Cups is a very fine relationship. Both people are on the same page. Let's see what's happening for you in mid-month of February. What else is going on? We've got the Five of Cups. What a card to start off with, yeah? We do have the Two of Cups that are sitting right up here, but for some reason you're still focused on the past. Now, dear Gemini, your ruling planet, Mercury, is going retrograde. So could this mean someone is coming back from the past, someone that you were once celebrating this romantic relationship with? Let's see what else. We've got the Five of Swords. So there may have been, and these are two fives. Fives are not easy in the tarot, we know. Five of Swords says that you've got the tools to make magic, but you can beat this, I was going to say conversation. You can beat this competition, but it's not easy. For whatever reason, you are conflicted about the past. Let's see. Now, for some of you, this could be a love triangle. The Five of Swords usually does show three people. And then we've got Six of Swords, so we go from the 5 to the 6. So you are leaving conflict behind and moving on. Some of you may be literally traveling over water. You are going for what you desire and what you want to find for yourself here. You're moving towards your balance. Six of Swords is a card of balance. Some of you may be traveling over water, maybe going overseas. The Four of Pentacles can speak of, you've got a lot on your plate. The Four does speak of home, family, your stability. Two Pentacles are up in the air and the other two are on the ground. So you're halfway there, halfway to your goal, I would say. But you've been very busy. You still are very busy. You're trying, but you're very good at that, dear Gemini. You can multitask. So now the Four of Pentacles for me is usually is Taurian energy. Taurus is all about our values. Now we've got Uranus transiting Taurus, and therefore it's all about our self-worth. We know that Uranus in Taurus can be anything to do with our money, sudden changes when money is concerned, our values, our self-worth, as I said. What else do we have? We've got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. This is a knight coming through quickly. This is someone who could be traveling from overseas. This could be someone who travels for work. The Knight of Wands is driven by his passion. What he desires, he goes for. He's very spontaneous. And the Knight of Wands is also, sometimes we do say that this could be the player out of the knights, but he does want what I was talking about, Sagittarius, and they're very free-spirited, but they're also about the truth, and they're also about, going on adventures. So it's a very adventurous sort of an energy. Some of you may be feeling very adventurous now. Let's take another card. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. I do feel that Gemini is trying to choose between two people, or maybe even juggling a situation, so being very busy where work, home, relationships are concerned. The Two of Pentacles says to me that things are still up in the air. I want to take another card on that Six of Swords. So where are you heading towards? And you're heading towards success. This is the Six of Wands. For some of you, this could be career where whatever you're working on, and the competition is stiff. It's not easy, but you are doing this. You are managing this. For some of you, this could even be a promotion where you'll be needing to travel for work, and that you're going to be very, very busy between home and work. So for those of you that are dealing with two people, this could be that you are moving to someone that could be very successful with what they do. I just dropped 3 cards, and I will take them. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady pace, moving forward. And we also have the Fool card, which is Aries. It's the Aries card. And soon we will be in the time of Aries, but this is the beginning of a brand new cycle. You've got lots of choices here. Look at the paths in front of him. You're at a confusion. You're at a point of being confused about which path to take. You're ready to go on that adventure. You want to go on an adventure, but which path is the right path to take? And I feel as though fears are keeping you, are holding you back. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't start that cycle in the time of Aries. So around end of March, early April. Whatever the case, we know that the Fool card is the beginning of a brand new cycle. And the Fool is someone who is they're not worried about jumping off that cliff. So because you've got worry holding you back, you feel as though you've got obligations. You feel as though you are being held back, not able to go on that adventure. So you are suffocating your wants and your needs. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, you've got a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is my Virgo card, but nevertheless, it could be any other earth sign. You've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So you are you're looking towards the Knight of Pentacles here with the juggler here, the Two of Pentacles. You are looking down at that Knight of Pentacles. Behind you is the Knight of Wands. So could this be that you are dealing with someone from the past and someone that is looking into the past? So you've been dealing with someone from the past, and we've got the Knight of Wands, which is looking towards the future. So that could be your decision. For those of you that are having difficulty, we've got, as I said, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and we've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel as though your future person is the one that is driven by fire. So Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I would say that is your choice. So anyway, I'm just noticing that the Fool is looking towards the future, but this imprisonment is holding them back. Okay, so let's take some more cards. I want you to remember, dear Gemini, that you've got a very strong and intelligent mind. With the Five of Swords here, someone is at your mercy. Why? Because you're using your logic. Now, your ruling planet turning retrograde may give you a little bit of confusion. So just try and communicate clearly. Be certain about the messages you're sending out. Let's take some more cards. We're looking at the Mystic Moon Oracles. Let's take 3 cards for you, dear Gemini. We've got Observer, which is very much like the Aquarius card. The Observer is, it's got to do with technology and logistics, the internet. So whoever is behind that computer, it's got a question mark on it. So this could be someone that's spying on you, or you're doing the spying. We've got Fear. Someone is probably watching you through the internet, and they are fearing coming forth and speaking their truth. That's what I feel. Now, if this is you fearing speaking the truth, it could be because of this imprisonment. And when I look at this card, it does remind me very much of Capricorn energy and the restrictions that Capricorn and Saturn are posing for everyone right now. And it's not easy. Not easy. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got 5th dimension. I feel as though some of you, because this is a divine union, this is a twin flame connection. 5th dimension says that you meet your partner on another dimension. This is spiritual mental connection on another level, whether it's during your sleep time, during your waking time. As you can see here, there is a great connection here. Now, some of you that are awakening to a connection like this are fearing, because you might even be looking into the internet trying to educate yourself on what a fifth dimension connection could mean, what a twin flame connection can mean. And for some of you, it's going to be a twin flame connection. Mostly with this card, I see twin flame than soulmate. Now, for some of you, it's going to be a soulmate connection, not a twin flame, because that is very rare. But we've got the Two of Cups here as well. That is the soulmate card. Now, as I say, on Mercury retrograde, many situations come back from the past, people that you've known, that you've dealt with. We know that retrogrades are very karmic, so it's got to do a lot with the past. Also with the North Node being in the sign of Cancer, Cancer is the past. The house of Cancer is the past. So it looks as though, for some reason, there is a lot of fear around the fifth dimension. And I'm surprised that we didn't actually get the Devil card here, because I see with the fear, the cards of fear here, there is obviously some sort of restrictions. Now, if you are in a connection with someone that is holding you prisoner, then you're probably just traveling with your mind, or you're fantasizing of the future, or having a fifth dimension relationship where it's not a 3D relationship. So maybe it's not possible for you to connect to your beloved in this lifetime. If this is a twin flame connection, it could mean, this could also be saying that at some point, or in another lifetime, could even be. And again, I believe in astral travel while we sleep. So you may be traveling to another dimension as you sleep and meeting up with your partner there. So for everyone, it's going to be different. I'd like to take a tarot card on the fear card. I want to know what that's all about. And we've got the Eight of Cups. So what I see is that some of you are wanting to move on. Some of you are hoping to be able to leave those 8 cups behind. You've invested what you've invested, and maybe just the cycle has ended where having the 8 of Cups card says that you've been in a situation that you haven't been able to get to the 10. So therefore, you are ready to move on, and you are hoping for enlightenment. As you can see, she's holding that cup with the enlightenment within that. So through that, you are receiving your spiritual awakening and ready to go on your own journey. So leaving some sort of a situation behind, moving towards the future to something else, but something is still holding you back here. Some of you may be just hoping for the right time, and that could be the divine guidance of the timing. Let's look at that Two of Cups. And we've got the Three of Swords. So, wow, I'm not surprised at all, because the Two of Cups here says there is something, as you could see here. I was saying before that once upon a time, this relationship may have been celebratory, very good, you were very happy. Now you're focusing on the past and not focusing on the future. So some of you that are dealing with two different people, obviously there's been, the Three of Swords can speak of an outsider, a third person. So Gemini, looks to me like you are trying to make a choice. Do I stay in this relationship that was once very balanced and equal? Do I stay after this heartbreak, or do I move on? Let's take another card after that Three of Swords. And we've got the World card, which is a completion of a karmic cycle. Not everyone is going to be leaving their partner behind. This could be a new cycle that is going to open up. We've got the Fool and the World here. For that to start, for you to take this journey, you have to clear out the pain and the anguish of the past. Clear out and know that a cycle has ended and it's time to move on. It's interesting for me to see that in the fifth dimension there is freedom. There is no restrictions. There are no restrictions here. So it looks as though the World card, which is very fixed energy, and it's quite difficult to get to the end of this lesson, this cycle. You're getting successful though. You've got 2 sixes here. Also, the World card could also mean that you may be in love with someone that is at a distance to you, and there may have been heartbreak. So not everyone is leaving a relationship behind, as I said before. This could be a new chapter in your life, but for a lot of you, I do see 2 different knights here. So you are juggling between 2. You're ready to take the next step, but fear is holding you back. I do believe that with the World card here, which is a successful completion, the time now, the period that we're moving through right now is very challenging. And what I feel here is that there is guidance here, divine guidance. And I feel as though once you receive that, you will know that you are free to act and do whatever it is that you want and makes you happy. Let's take some Sibillas. I'd like to look at this fifth dimension. We have delirante, so deliriousness. We have alegría. We've got 2 nines. Nines always speak to being at the end of some sort of a cycle. Alegría means merriment and happiness. It's incredible to see that both cards have both got 3 people on them. So you're surrounded by a lot of people. And here we've got the discovery. Here we've got the enlightenment. This is the artista. He's the crazy scientist that comes up to a solution. He makes a discovery, and this is also a legal representative. Now, this is the 7 of Hearts, which does speak of confusion, but the clarity comes through in relation to the confusion. It does come through. Let's see. You discover something that was baffling you. Let's take a couple more cards. We've got Fortuna, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Change is coming in. Luck is on your side. We've got the Gran Signore, which is the, this is like the King of Hearts or the King of Pentacles, or someone who is a VIP, someone that is from a high society, from the high society. He's from a, he's someone who is very affluent, very royal. But it is a number 13, so there is changes here with this Gran Signore. And it's called the card of generosity. Now here we've got the Pensiero. The Pensiero is the Hermit card. And it is equal giving and receiving, but someone is thinking very strongly about what their next step is, or what they're going to sign or not sign, or thinking about contracts very seriously, doing their homework. So I would say that someone is taking time out to be enlightened. Now Fortuna is also, because it's the Jupiter card, it can speak of legalities, divorce, and the Pensiero can also be a solicitor. So what we have here now is the Emmanuel. This is the spiritual connection. And this is the Ace of Wands. So this is a commitment. Someone is thinking very carefully about what they're going to commit to, which relationship, who they're going to ask them to commit to. Or this is a marriage card. He's popping the question. As you can see, he's putting a ring on her finger. So that's why there is a lot of thought here. So there are many changes coming through. And I feel as though the transformation that this Gran Signore is going through is a very deep transformation. Why? Because the house of Scorpio is the house of deep emotional connection as well as physical. And here, the Pensiero is a card of equilibrium, giving and receiving equally. But this could also be money paid out. It does show the scales usually in the Six of Pentacles. So for those of you that are going through divorce, and leaving a committed partnership or relationship behind, it looks as though there's a point of, going through, that red tape, going through legalities and money being paid out where it's due. But I do see the Emmanuel as the Ace of Wands, which is the beginning. This is the beginning of something, the beginning of something that you desire, the beginning of a very spiritual and beneficial commitment. Yeah, I wanted to take a card on the Eight of Swords. And we've got the Domestico 11, which is karmic. Yeah, so there are trust issues, and that's why you feel prisoner here. This is someone that is close to your home, around your home, someone who is supposedly working on your behalf, but there are trust issues here. We've also got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the stanza. News comes through. News of intimacy, news that was hidden around a stable relationship, or even money, or a stable new beginning, or even a marriage. And here we've got Donna de Servizio, which is the helping hand. This is your servant, your helper. As an energy, it's very helpful. So Donna de Servizio could be a friend that is in your periphery, that is there to help you. Okay, so I think I will leave it at that, dear Gemini. I do hope that this was of help. It's getting a bit too long, and it can get confusing. So I can see that you are ending some sort of a cycle. Just please remember that freedom is a perception, and you are all about logic. So I know it's not an easy time for you since your ruling planet is retrograde. Give it a bit of time. Things will clear up, and that will be towards the end of March, I would say, is a good time to know what's going on. Okay, so thank you so much. Sending you lots of love, lots of light. All the best.